What's good, YouTube? We are back, and I know, as usual, it's been a minute, but hopefully we're here. I have a consistent schedule for at least a video once a week. We're gonna try to do them on Saturdays, but if we can't, we'll do them once a week. With that being said, what'd you come here for today? NBA predictions. Now, am I as knowledgeable about the NBA as I am the NFL? I'd say my NFL is at 100, my NBA is at like 85. So I'm still pretty knowledgeable. I know the starting lineups. I know the rosters. I know the coaches. Know how the league works. So take this with a grain of salt, but really don't, because I don't respect some of your teams. And we'll start here at number 15. Ooh. Okay, let me start though. At number 15, I have the Utah Jazz. I'm not going to give actual numbers for the records because that's too much math. And not everyone can have blah, 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 this amount of wins. But I think the Jazz are a 15 seed team. They have a lot of promising players. I actually really am a big fan of Walker Kessler and Lauri Markkanen both. And I know Isaiah Collier was dishing last season, but not everyone can be great. And unfortunately, I think this Jazz team has lots to be desired. I don't think they have a true one. I think Lauri's a 2. Number 15 for the East, we're going to go side by side. I have the Nets. Now, I think we've all seen the photo of the lineup of rookies. Michael Never Pass the Ball Jr., Nicholas Underwhelming Claxton, who loses to the Knicks a lot, Noah Clowney, it's in the name, and Igor Demon. I'm not very familiar with him, but we'll have to see how that looks. But this lineup leaves a lot to be desired, and I don't think they're going to be great. 14 in the East, the Wizards. I do like Bub Carrington a lot. CJ McCollum is a decent player when he's scoring. Chris Middleton's also a decent player. Keyshawn George isn't that good, and Alex Sarr is pretty good. They actually have, I know they have Bilal Coulibaly on the bench. I know they have decent bench pieces, so we'll have to see how things look, but I'm not looking at a last place finish this year for the Wizards, especially after getting rid of Poole. Never pass the ball, Poole. Number 14 on the West. Now, for the West, 14 through 11... Actually, honestly, it's like 14 through 9 can be anywhere. These are all pretty talented teams. Number 14, I have the Blazers. Drew Holiday, followed by Tumani Kamara, followed by Denny Avdija, followed by Jeremiah Grant, followed by Donovan Cleveland. And they will be getting Dame back at some point this season. And that'll be huge. Now, do I think they're the best team in the whole world? Let me stall while I pull something up. Hold up. Cut. Do I think they're the best team in the whole world? No. But I know they have Shaedon Sharpe. I know they have the Time Lord. What a nickname. So, I mean, it's a half decent place to be. I mean, I wouldn't consider it like I said, it's really interchangeable in my head. There's no true ass cans. We'll stick with the West. 13, I have the Suns. For a long time, I haven't thought Devin Booker is this superstar player. I've never considered him top 10 in the NBA, nor will I continue not to. I think he can be a leader with a good team as they made the finals, but Grayson Allen, Dillon Brooks, Ryan Dunn, Mark Williams. I'm a big Mark Williams guy, but it's not a roster that's exactly bleeding with talent. I know they have, actually, I do like Colin Molic. So I know they have Colin Molic here. So hopefully there will be good things to come in Phoenix, but if your phase adapt, look away. Number 13, the Charlotte Hornets. Now, can LaMelo be a leader in the NBA? Talent-wise, yes. He has all the talent in the world. We know that about LaMelo Ball. We know that he is a dynamic passer. He is a dynamic shooter, and he's finishing some of the best in the league. But he can't stay healthy. His attitude seems bad, and the team seems to follow it. I know Brandon Miller's good. I like Brandon Miller. Miles Bridges has his days. Musa Diaby. It's Musa. I mean, the team's just kind of lacking talent. I think the East is a lot less talented than the West, but that seems to be the situation for years now. So I think a 13th place finish for the Hornets is somewhere where they would be. Now, number 12, the Miami Heat. Now, the Heat are a team that surprises me because, you could have gotten a lot for all the players you had a long time ago, but now you have Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kel'el Ware starting. Although I actually have a fond feeling for all these players, I don't think it's going to mesh into anything that can make the playoffs or maybe even the play-in. to be honest. Like, I just don't think it's anything too great. So we'll see how it turns out on paper. You know, Eric Spoelstra, greatest coaches in the NBA. So hopefully he'll be able to pull them where they need to be. Now the Kings, this is going to ruffle some feathers. They actually picked up Russell Westbrook as of today as of recording, 10/16/25. Way to date the video, Steven, but I mean, it's current sports, so who cares, right? So Dennis Schroeder, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, and Domantas Sabonis. Now, they took the Bulls project and placed it in Sacramento. Sorry, microphone. They take the Bulls project and place it in Sacramento, and I think to myself, that was a failing project, so it's probably going to fail here. Sure, they have a bit better center in DeMontis, and sure, they have Dennis Schroeder, certified baller, but I mean, everything else is just all right. They just extended Keegan Murray, whether he deserved that big extension or not, and I know Kean Ellis is a good two-way guard, so hopefully they can do something there. I mean, I'm not like, my friend Kevin's a Kings fan, right? So shout out my boy Kevin. So hopefully they'll do something, even though he likes to say he's not a Kings fan, but we all know he is a Kings fan. He switched to the Spurs. I'm a De'Aaron Fox fan. Sure, bud. No one's a De'Aaron Fox fan, and we'll talk about that soon. Number 11, the Pelicans. Pelicans are a team with all the talent in the world. We know Zion Williamson. We know Herb Jones. We know Jordan Poole. The stories are told. We even know Trey Murphy. So, also for the Blazers, I forgot to mention Scoot Henderson. But for the Pelicans, all the talent in the world, does it ever show up? And the answer seems to be no, year after year after year. They just got rid of McCollum. They just got rid of Brandon Ingram. They got rid of Brandon Ingram last year, but McCollum's gone as of recently. So will this team perform? It's all up to Zion. Zion gets injured. We see another low-facing year. Zion doesn't get injured. I like to think of them as the Dolphins of the NBA. When healthy, the team is great. When healthy. Never put down the Burger Williamson. Can he get it together this year? Obviously, great player, funny dude, but we'll have to see. He does sound like Drewski. That stuff was right last year. The next team up, we have the Bulls. The Chicago Bulls. Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Isaac Okoro, Matas Bucelis, and Nikola Vucevic. Now, we got to see some Vucevic in the Eurobasket this year, and I can't remember if Matas played. I think Matas played in Eurobasket. We got to see both of them participate in Eurobasket. Nikola, always balling for his country. You got to respect that. I'm a big fan of international sports, all of them, basketball, soccer, baseball. Every time there's something international, I'm trying to watch. So I think there's no better thing than just the passion for your country. As I say, is my race breakdown is 8 different things, but I'm a very passionate German, Mexican, Pakistan man, and American. But anyway, the Bulls project, Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Matas Bucelis, Nikola Vucevic is missing a superstar. And as Kobe White was kind of breaking out last year, we saw shades of it. We saw him ball out. We saw Josh Giddey make a buzzer beater against the Lakers. People blame it on LeBron. He'll never be as good as MJ, blah, blah, blah. Cut the crap. He's better. But we saw a lot of that last year. So if these two can continue to do their thing, maybe there's potential. Matas Bucelis looks like a pretty promising rookie, so hopefully we'll see a lot of good things. I mean, if AJ Green's over 45 mil, who knows, right? Number 10 in the East, the Toronto Raptors. Now, hear me out. As a Knicks fan, I have some love for Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Never Pay the Man Barrett. If you know, you know. Brandon Ingram's a baller. Scotty Barnes is a baller, and Jacob Poeltl, he got a game named after him. So these are all ballers in my eyes. Like, seriously, like, they have a team of good players. They just need to stay healthy. That's the big issue for a lot of these lower seed teams. You employ players that can't play. The best ability is availability. So, as we all know that to be the truth, I actually really do like their lineup. And although their bench is kind of mid, they do have the Dick. So, they do have Garrett, Grady, and we'll see how it goes. The depth could be an issue here, but that starting 5 can win games. I do truly believe that. We might be talking about Emmanuel Quickly later. I think. Actually, I can't remember what I put. Number 10 for the West. This is going to ruffle some feathers, but the West is so talented. If you can truly tell me and look me in the face that the teams, maybe just the next team, but the teams ahead of this team are less talented, I mean, comment. What am I going to say? De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, and Victor Wembanyama. Now, if you watch basketball, you know that's the San Antonio Spurs. I just think it's also a case of the health. Your best player, like Wemby, he's not prone to injuries yet, but you just see him miss half a season due to blood clots. De'Aaron Fox is mid. Stephon Castle looks very promising. I like him a lot. Devin Vassell is mid, and Harrison Barnes is butt. Harrison Butt Barnes. Now, if I take a look at their bench here, they got Dylan Harper, promising rookie. Keldon Johnson, decent. Jeremy Sochan, decent. This bench is a lot better than Toronto's, I'll tell you that. Kelly Olynyk, good. Julius Champagne, and Carter Bryant, and Jordan McLaughlin. The bench is actually half decent. Now, this team just needs to stay healthy because obviously you lose Wemby or Fox. Way more Wemby, but if you lose Wemby or Fox, you lose the season. So, like, there's a big chance that you can be the greatest of the night. The greatest. Number 9 for the East, the Pacers. I mean, after the loss of Tyrese Halliburton, I think the team's still talented. I just think they need Hallie. Andrew Nembhard, Ben Mathurin, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah Jackson, especially losing Miles Turner, isn't the prettiest sight, to be honest. You still have Ben Shepherd. You took campaign from the Knicks. You still have Obi Toppin. But, and I think TJ McConnell's injured, so we'll see. I think they're going to start the season kind of rough. The East is just, the top end of the East is a lot more talented than the bottom. And when you're missing a superstar, it does impact you. Number 9 on the West is the Warriors. Steph, Buddy, Jimmy, Draymond, Al. They're all so good we know them by their first names. That's what I'll say. So I think the team has the talent to put him here. It's just the rest of the team is so terrible. And Al Horford is 38. He cannot be your starting center. Buddy Hield is so inconsistent. He cannot be your starting shooting guard. Steph Curry and Jimmy, good. Draymond and Jimmy, I'll say the truth, are both on the decline. So we'll see it play out. Do I think it's going to be the best team in the world? Obviously not. They're 9. Do I think they can elevate themselves due to good play? Any team can, right? It's kind of a blanket statement. Number 8 in the West, Dallas Mavericks. Now, we all made a fuss about the Luka trade. But we all knew in the back of their head, man, they're still getting AD. And when AD is healthy, when A Disney is healthy, AD's a great player, top 10 in the league. When is that ever true and happening for a full season? Almost never. But when it does, the Lakers win a championship. So you have AD, you have Derek Lively, you have Cooper Flagg, you have Kyrie, who needs to become healthy, and you have Klay Thompson. But on the bench, usually you'll have D'Angelo Russell, Najee Marshall, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. It's a good bench. And you have your Dante Exums, who were playing well last year. You have your Dennis Smith Jr. You have Max Christie. You have a great team in Dallas. Just please find a way to stay healthy. Make this rookie look great. The team has all the possibility in the world, so I have them sliding into the 8th seed. Now, number 8's going to be controversial for the East, because you're going to tell me Jason Tatum doesn't have a knee. But it looks like he does already, and it looks like he might be back by November, December. So, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, now the forward and the center, Chris Boucher and Neemias Quetta, not good. But Tatum's going to slide in at the 4. You have Anthony Simons on the bench. You have the players you need. You have, who else? Sam Hauser on the bench. They like them. They picked up Luka Garza, which I think is a phenomenal pickup. I'm a big Luka Garza fan. So if you can find a way to start Luka Garza over Neemias Quetta, I'd do it. That's just a projected lineup, but not everything's sure. Now, you might look at the Bucks lineup and think they're a lot less talented than the Celtics, and which I do agree with you. Giannis is a lot better than Jason Tatum. You can disagree with me, but Giannis is a lot better than Jason Tatum, and since Jaylen Brown will be their starter, better than Jaylen Brown. Miles Turner kind of comes in to fill the Brook Lopez role and stretch the floor. AJ Green just got paid the big bag to knock down the big shots he does, and Gary Trent Jr. choked away a lot of that run for them last year. I mean, we have to think this is a team that took the Pacers to 6. They're no slouch team. Let me just double check. They still might have... Yeah, they still have Kuzma and Bobby Portis both on the bench. I thought Bobby was injured, but I know they had Kuzma for sure. Bobby Portis on the bench. Cole Anthony's good, so it's good to see him rehomed here. And Taurean Prince is Taurean Prince, 3-and-D, mostly 3 these days, but right, like we can't hate the game. Number 7 for the West, the Clippers. James Harden, Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, John Collins, and Ivica Zubac. Now, what I said about the Pelicans being the Dolphins of the NBA, now I'm starting to think this is the Dolphins of the NBA because this team needs to stay healthy. These four need to stay healthy bad because if they don't, bad things will happen because their bench is mid. I forgot CP3's back. CP3's back. Brook Lopez is here to stretch the floor, which will be huge. And Bogey's here too. But not CP3. Brook Lopez being here to play threes when Zubac is off the floor. They lacked a lot of bench points last year, and that's also because they employed Russell Westbrook. Some people love Russ, some people hate him. Number 6, I got the Grizzlies. You might be saying, damn, the Grizzlies. Really, bro? I see it. John Morant, KCP, Jalen Wells looks great. Santi Aldama looked good. Jaren Jackson Jr. looked good. I just believe in this team. I believe they have something growing here. When you look at players like... When you look at their bench, Ty Jerome was a big name to come off the free agency last year. I like Vince Williams. He's very young. There's a lot of potential there. Scottie Pippen Jr. and GG Jackson are both good bench pieces. The team's in good hands, and it has a good future. Number 6 for the East, as much as it pains me to say it, the Atlanta Hawks. I don't like Trae Young, but he's a baller. I like Dyson Daniels. I like Zachary Ricochet. I like Jalen Johnson and Kristaps. Maybe AIDS Porzingis. Someone had to say it, right? We don't know what he has, but it seems to be this weird thing that won't go away and is lingering and fatigues him and hurts him. We saw a case of that in the 80s with Magic. So, I'm not going to dick ride the Hawks much. I don't like them, but they're probably going to be good this year, especially in a weak East. Number 5, the Magic. Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. This is the team I could see going all the way to the 2. It's a team that might... No, they can't take the 1. But it's a team that I could see in the 2 spot if good goes to great. This team has a lot of role players. It's up to Paulo and France to take the role as superstars to the next level. Make yourself a top 8 player in the league, Paulo Banchero, and the Magic will be a great team. Number 5, the Los Angeles Lakers. I was going to have them higher, but LeBron seems to be out for the first month, and it could be more. So it's just Luka, Austin, Jared, Rui, and Ayton. It's a good starting lineup. It's a very good starting lineup, and this is what the Lakers need to be. You have Bronny, you now have Marcus Smart. We'll see how he fits there. You have Dalton Connect, you have Jackson Hayes, bad guy, don't like him. But you have all those players, you have the options. Sorry, Lakers fans, that these mutts are barking over you. Number 4 in the East is the 76ers. The Sixers are a good team looking to be great. And what I mean by that is Paul George and Joel Embiid are good players, and they can be great. Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, all good players looking to be great. They just need to get there this year. VJ Edgecombe adds a lot of defense that this team is missing. Quentin Grimes, threes will be huge. They will be huge. So, might as well get them here. At the 4 seed, I think they can do it. I'm not a big fan of the Sixers, and honestly, Joel Embiid's a dirty player. We all know that to be true. The bench is kind of buns, but Andre Drummond's going to grab his boards. Kyle Lowry's going to have a thick butt. 2 things can be true. Number 4 for the West, the Rockets. Now, you might be thinking, hold up, is somebody injured? Houston? Okay, yeah, Fred got injured. So, the point guard position is going to be either Aaron Holiday or Reed Shepherd having to take a big jump. But Eamon Thompson, KD, Jabari, and Alperen Sengun, you still have players like Tari Eason. You still have players like Deshaun Tate. I forgot Clint Capella is just sitting on the bench. It's a good team. It is a good team. I like the depth there. Number 3. As a guy whose team went to bat with them in the first round, the Pistons have a bright future. As much as Detroit made an enemy, they have made a respected enemy. Because Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Tobias Harris, and Jalen Duren are dogs. I saw it last year. This team had minimal changes. It didn't need to be great. And in a weak East, they can take the next step. They also, which I said in my Heat rebuild, watch this video, that somebody was going to trade for Duncan Robinson or pick him up, and they did. Duncan got put here. They needed that 3 player. They needed that dog like Isaiah Stewart who got injured, and Karis LeVert's always a good bench option no matter where he goes. So I'm hoping for him to be great there. Number 3 in the West is Denver. Cam Johnson was a good trade. I think he fits the team a lot more than Michael Porter Jr. They're a huge team with Christian Braun, and you still have Jamal and Nicola and Aaron Gordon. If I remember correctly, they didn't do too much in the offseason. Yeah, they picked up Tim Hardaway Jr. and they brought back Bruce Brown. And Julian Strawther has a bright future. And I forgot they got Jonas off the bench. Jonas is pretty good because I think DeAndre Jordan just wasn't doing enough. You need people who are going to score. We all remember the stat from last year. The bench wasn't scoring when Jokic was off the floor. So hopefully they'll be able to score now. Now, when we look at the West, take your guess. It's the Timberwolves. Mike Conley and Jaden Daniels, Julius Randle, Rudy. It's just a solid lineup. It's one of the best in the league. You're suffering on defense against a team like this. And you still have Rob and Dante off the bench. You still have Hollywood Nas. Now you bring in Shannon. Team's just good. Team subs out. They still have great players. Team's just good. That's all I got to say there. Number 2 in the East. Got the Cavs. As Darius Garland will be injured for the first few weeks or months, they have Lonzo now. So they have Lonzo, Donnie, DeAndre Ayton, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call him Donnie, but I'm just going to do it for the fun of the game. I love the sport. Maybe they'll start calling him Donnie. They lost a lot of their bench pieces, so hopefully we'll get to see Larry Patrick Star Nance Jr. come out and play some minutes. They have Thomas Bryant now, who I don't really think is that great or rate, but he could be something. Our number 1 in the East, the New York Knicks, right? Jalen Brunson, OG, Mikal, Josh Hart, Cat. Could be my bias, but the lineup looks too good. Now, health is also an issue here, but you saw them a little bit unhealthy last season. They still look good. You still got Miles McBride off the bench. You pick up Jordan Clarkson. You pick up Gan Yusabele. You still have Mitchell Robinson. You still have Pacom Diva. You still have Ariel Hakaporti. Team's the best I've ever seen. So we're looking to win a chip this year. But if there's someone to oppose the Knicks in a chip, it will be the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai, Luguez Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein. I made a take which was true, as Thunder fans won't agree, but the bench lost them a lot of playoff games last year, but it doesn't lose them regular season games, so the Thunder will probably have the best record in the whole NBA. And now we get to do some award show, really. Who is my MVP? The man, the myth, the legend, Luka Doncic. What are you going to do? He got fit for this season. He's going to be pretty much leading a team full of people who are just going to have to pass him the ball. So that's who I have there. Luka is one of my favorite players in the NBA. So fun to watch. Sucks he's a Laker, but it is what it is. Rookie of the year, I got Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag, you a baller, boy. I don't really see anyone else. Maybe VJ Edgecombe can win it out on a good Sixers team where he performs really well in his role, but that's all I can think. DPOY, Wemby. There's nothing else to say. Jared McCain for 6th man of the year. I know he just got an injury, so I put Anthony Simmons as a backup. I know it's unfair to have backups, but most improved, Scotty Barnes. I think the Raptors, like I said, are going to take a big step up this year. I think they can be from the 7 all the way to the, honestly, all the way to the 12 range. But if they take that upper echelon step, that means someone's doing it, and I hope it's Scotty Barnes. He's a good guy. Good to watch, fun player to look at. Hey, yo, fun player to look at. What are we talking about? Fun player to watch, and it is what it is. Head coach of the year, JB Bickerstaff. The Pistons were in a good spot last year. I assume they'll be in a better one this year. With that being said, clutch player of the year, we all know who it is. Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson. Now, comment down below how unlikely these are to happen, because I know all you have a problem with something somewhere in the list. So, without further ado, peace.